The Creepy Podcast, Episode 5, Story 1, The Smile in the Mirror, Music, by DJ 4am.
The smile in the mirror. Get yourself 2 mirrors, preferably one big enough to see your whole body. Now, when you're doing this ritual, don't try to record evidence of it with some kind of Now, when you're doing this ritual, don't try to record evidence with some kind of device because it won't work. But you can see, I can prove to you that this is real because this ritual doesn't require much out of you. Okay, so right away, anyone can do this. This is good because there are too many rituals out there that are just too elitist. And now we have a ritual for all of America. You don't have to make any commitments. This is your ritual, America. Ritual Idol begins now. And all you need is 2 mirrors. Now really, this one is shorter than Saphir's part in Menace to Society, so I'm just going to start it over. Because really, now that you know that you are capable, you know what I'm saying? You are capable of doing this. You're gonna want to do this. But you're going to need 2 mirrors. And preferably one big enough to see your whole body. You know what I'm saying? Need a big old mirror. Now, when you're doing this ritual, don't try to record evidence of it with some kind of device because it won't work. Don't be trying to Instagram it or spamming it or Instagram crackering it or whatever it is you be doing. Don't put it up on Snapchat or Tinder or whatever crazy government websites you're on. Just don't, okay? All right? People don't even pay attention to what you do anymore. We're tired of seeing what you had for lunch. Unless it looks really pretty, then of course we want to see it. But get yourself 2 mirrors, preferably one big enough to see your whole body. Now, when you're doing this ritual, don't try to record evidence of it with some kind of device because it won't work. Leave your selfie stick at home. But you see, I can prove to you that this is real because this ritual doesn't require much out of you. Put the 2 mirrors between you. Okay, that's exactly what that sentence says right there. Put the 2 mirrors between you. Okay, I'm just going to assume that they're saying be between the 2 mirrors. Okay, put the 2 mirrors between you, facing each other so that they reflect off of one another. Okay, so I would say, okay, face the mirrors at each other and then stand in between them. I think that's what they're trying to say. Adjust the space between the 2 mirrors so you can see as many reflections as possible. Now stare at yourself through one of the mirrors, but don't smile. Pretend like you're a rapper in the 80s. Don't smile. Just keep up a serious or a sad face. Okay, pretend like you're a rapper from the 80s or an alternative rocker from the 90s. Eventually, after some staring, you will realize that one of your reflections will be smiling, but only moments after your realization, it will look just like a reflection of you. Well, okay. That's creepy unless you're smiling. So, what the dealio? I mean, are you smiling? Because when you're smiling... Okay. So you're going to look at these 2 mirrors and one of them's going to be smiling. But if you're smiling, shouldn't you be afraid of the one that's frowning? That seems... Okay, all right. Now the ritual is done. Oh, okay. It's done. That was easy. That was totally easy, okay. Now, why did we do this? Okay, we're about to find out. Wherever you go, when you pass by a reflection of yourself, you will notice that your reflection will be smiling. Sweet. It's a good thing. It's nice to see yourself smiling. You should see yourself. If you're a quiet man like me, you'll dismiss it. But one day it will eventually break you apart and you will realize that there is nothing wrong with it. If you're a quiet man like me, you'll dismiss it. But one day it will eventually break you apart and you will realize that there is nothing wrong with your reflection and that you are actually smiling. Wait, okay. So you're actually smiling. Oh, clutch the pearls, goodness me. Oh no, I'm smiling. Terrible. Terrible. Now I can't exploit my pain because I'm smiling and I'm... During the ritual, you brought something to our dimension and now it's with you forever. Whenever you see yourself in a reflection smiling for no reason whatever, don't be confused. It's just the man from the other dimension smiling at you. Yeah, okay. It's just smiling. That's cool. Okay then, bro. Categories, ritual, mirrors, beings, okay. Now I see no one signed it.
The Creepy Podcast, Episode 5, Story 2, 1999, music by the BBC Radio Workshop, guest orators Pumpkinbuttt and Odessa.
The year is 1999.
Damn,
Sci-fi story?
It's in the future.
This...
Pay attention.
It's better have hoverboards, that's all I have to say.
Where's my Hal? 9,000.
Stop killing me, Dave. That really sucks of you.
That sentence brings me back to my senior kindergarten class. Is that a thing?
Back when I was in kindergarten,
I was in
Senior
kindergarten.
I was the best finger painter.
How many years did this
I
guy go
had
to
one finger.
kindergarten?
Well, you know, you're a freshman in kindergarten. You're
So-
junior.
So you graduated in a master's in finger paint, or?
You have no
Pasting?
idea what I
All
was
right, where was it? This sentence brings me back to my senior kindergarten class when I was 5 years old. Okay?
I remember that kindergarten graduation. That was a tearful day. It was.
Where we used to read out the date on the blackboard every single day.
It's today.
Good memories.
Yay.
The year 1999 exists as a stain in my mind, however.
Really? That bad?
A little stain in my mind.
Ew, it's 1999. Give me some club soda.
Oh yeah, Y2K. Sorry.
As a memory that will...
Y2K. We're going 90s, right? With racist TV show, right?
Oh, yeah,
references?
yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Do an
okay.
interracial
I love
kiss.
Seinfeld.
Woo!
Why did you kiss that black girl?
So I got the stain in my mind. As a memory that will not go away no matter how I try to forget it. That stain. 1999 marked the year I lost my first tooth, my first time on a plane, and unfortunately, the early loss of my childhood innocence.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey.
That's a
Is that
lot.
some Dateline shit right here?
So.
That was a sad day. I hope he got ice cream afterwards.
It's like an all-in-one
How
fell
do they
swoop.
remember this?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
how do
how
they remember all this? I literally don't remember what I did like 4 or 5 days ago.
Well, that's
How-
why you need the photo album with all the
Burning-
Yeah.
the burning people.
Yeah.
Take a picture
You
of
realize if you
everything
say
that
You have
happens.
to do this in order now.
The burning,
Because they won't get this reference until they listen to the next
the burning, flaming people
That one
in the
memory,
photo album.
that one memory that refuses to be wiped.
I hate
What? Because it's a kid.
I was just waiting for you guys to jump
Reminds
on.
me of when my brother was potty training. I used
Stayed
to
in my
hear him
mind
from
and
from down the hall. Wipe my butt, little asshole.
It sounds like him.
It all started with
This
that
was last
new
week.
or old TV. At that time, Pokemon was the latest fad to hit school. Remember those days?
That was like the biggest Jamaican gay porno ever.
Pokemon.
Hey, Pokemon.
Irie. Irie.
Hey, Pokemon. Hey, who poked the eye, man?
Shama.
Irie in the ass. Pokemon cards, games, stickers, and the most popular,
Toys.
the TV show.
Oh, yeah.
Toys, the TV show.
Toys. Swings.
No one ever was.
Accessories. Swings.
You know what?
Stickers.
I watched the shit out of that show. I don't lie.
In 1999, you did, when you were 5.
1999, yeah, when you were young.
So, of course, every time I came home from school, I would stay glued to the TV until Pokemon came on at 5.
Kinky.
The only problem was
TV
that
glued.
my dad watched the news at 5:30.
Damn you,
Asshole.
Wah, wah.
Dad. You set this place on fire, bitch.
And Pokemon episodes were back to back, which meant I had to miss an episode every day, something I whined on and on about.
You know what I have
Kill
one thing to
your
say about
father.
this? Okay, it's
Kill
1999.
your
so
father.
you,
I want to
you
kill
probably
you.
had a VCR.
Mother, I want to watch
So
Pokemon.
Tape that shit, kid. Seriously.
Not in 99, though. Oh, wait, no, in 99.
99,
I'm
that's
thinking
it.
of back when I was a kid. Back-
VCR still.
Yeah,
VCR still
so when I was a kid, a dinosaur stepped on the VCR and I couldn't tape Pokemon. So,
Because you had a Pokemon dinosaur.
I
You had a Pokesaur.
fucking stepped on it. My Top Gun tape was in there.
My dad got tired of hearing me complain every day. That must be why he went and bought another TV.
People are fucking bawling.
Seriously.
Baller.
Fucking
It's supposed to be a
ingrate.
white family.
Dad, I'm really tired of you watching sports all the time.
I want my Pokemons, Dad.
I want the Pokemon.
My dad put the TV he bought in my room.
What?
In my room. Unfortunately, it was just an old, small boob tube.
I like.
With the rabbit ears.
I
even.
like the
Damn.
large boob tubes myself. I tell you, I watch that all day. Large boob
It's
tube.
only an A cup.
In my day,
Oh, no.
I didn't have.
No.
I didn't have a TV in my room.
This TV doesn't even pass the pencil test.
Actually, I did have a TV in my room.
You had everything.
You did.
You had your own room.
That's true.
I shared my room with my brother. I had a bunk bed in high school. My feet hung off the end of it.
That
Oh,
was
were you a programmer?
awesome.
No.
That was awesome. Going, hanging out in your room.
My brother would be like banging on the door. I want my truck. I'm like, I'm in here with the girl. Go away.
And my Orca poster.
My Orca the killer whale poster.
It also only had 20 channels, not including the channel Pokemon was on.
What?
I recall I didn't care though. I was just thrilled I had my own TV in my room.
Pokemon all day, yo.
After surfing through the channels, I came to the conclusion that only Channel 2, TVO Kids, was worth watching. So I watched that for a while. I watched the hell out of
Fuck
it.
out of that.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
It wasn't for another few months until I discovered Channel 21.
Oh shit. We're leaving. Channel 21. We're leaving.
One day in April, I was flipping through the channels trying to see if Pokemon was on.
Oh god, more Pokemon. I'm addicted.
Hasn't he learned his lesson with this
I
already?
know, this
need
kid
more
has a-
Pokemon.
This kid really has a, like a.
I pressed Channel 21
Have
into
to
the
catch
remote.
them all.
Wait. This fucking kid had a remote too?
He had a remote.
In
It is-
1999?
No.
It was a clicker.
I have one thing to say. I actually have a few things to say.
It's
Number
the
one,
clicker.
Okay, let's hear it.
this kid
It's the
just
clicker.
graduated from senior kindergarten. So
Yeah.
what? He's like 5?
He's 5 years old. He's got like a Rolls Royce. He's Richie Rich.
He is.
Oh my god.
He's got a TV.
He's got an ex-wife already.
Yeah, totally.
He's totally got a mortgage.
And his liver's not doing too well either.
Oh god, seriously.
Yeah.
All that
Hairline,
Similac?
way back.
Shh. Never even had it.
Scary.
Never had the
never
hairline.
even came in.
No, that's right.
Never even had a hairline.
Some black children.
I pressed Channel 21 into the remote, hoping there were more channels. And until my delight, there was!
Oh yeah, more channels.
My dad was surprised too,
Oh goodness.
but he let me watch it because it seemed to have kids' programs on.
Even though they were naked and
Channel 21
with a
did?
Jamaican dude.
Channel 21. The channel was called Caledon Local 21.
Caledon, local 21.
Caledon. And later I found out it was indeed broadcast from the town of Caledon, Ontario, a town very close to my city. Okay, that's what's wrong. He's Canadian.
It's Canadian.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Canadians are rich. They're fucking healthcare.
They're
Yeah,
nice.
they're so rich with their their socialized healthcare.
Fucked up people.
They're all like nice and attractive and shit.
Savages.
Caledon, take me away. The TV shows I saw on Caledon Local 21 looked poorly made. and I never understood what was going on in them half the time.
Critic.
The
Always
other-
a critic.
Yeah,
right?
I know. 5-year-old fucking critic.
I don't like these shows. They're poorly made.
Got free fucking TV in your room. 5 years old.
The writing's derivative.
This writing is terrible.
This is just like what happened on Sesame Street last week.
We don't sound like that.
However, I grew up.
But I digress.
However, I grew up.
But then I grew up.
Then I grew. End of story, I guess. Every time I thought of that channel, I realized more and more how messed up the shows were, and I had to ask myself, what the fuck was I watching?
And I asked myself, what the fuck was I watching? Oh, yeah. No.
Okay.
No.
Here's where it gets good.
Oh.
The following is a list of shows and episodes I remember seeing on Caledon Local 21.
This is why I gave it to you. This is why when I hit this part, I'm like, right here is where it gets good. I'm opening up the TV guide to my subconscious. Here it goes. Let's go.
Are you ready?
It sounds just like Audra's voice, too, for some reason.
How I remember such detail even disturbs me. But I guess things like this stand out in your mind for a while.
When you're 5.
There were only 3 shows I could find on
Until
the
you
channel.
blow them out with a gun.
There's a stain in there, too. Probably because the channel was only operational between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Spank, spank.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, here we go. Bobby, episode 6.
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
So this is Whitney Houston show?
Bobby, help me go poop. I can't go poop, Bobby.
Wipe my
Bobby,
butt.
I'm dead.
Oh, put your finger in my butt. Get this poop out.
I recall Bobby was a show where the characters were simply live-action hands.
Exactly.
Bet they
Bobby, get in this bathroom.
This sounds like a show that Speak Easily would do.
Talk to the hand. No puppets or anything, just
Talk
hands.
to the hand.
It sounds Canadian. I don't see what the problem is.
This is Canadian Public
I'm
Broadcasting.
home from work. Been doing my hand job all day. Oh, am I tired? I got cramps from doing my hand job. What kind of job can I get other than a hand job?
The job that is blow. The show featured a hand named Booby. I swear to God, it says Booby.
It says it on the page. She's actually holding a cage.
Hey, Clark, stop it.
Don't.
Just let it out a little bit and then put it back in.
That's not what happens, and not in
Sorry.
light pants.
That was not in the story,
That doesn't
by the way.
happen.
All right, so Booby found himself in a new situation in every episode. The show was...
How did I get in this situation?
Have you ever noticed how
I
Booby...
certainly am handy.
The show was only 5 minutes long,
That's all it takes.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
and it looked like it was shot in front of a damp,
looks like-
decaying wall, with the hands always on a table with a red tablecloth. Very low budget, obviously. Once again, this 5-year-old, what a fucking critic. Like, has he
Very
ever tried to
low
make TV?
Budget, I have to say.
Try to make your own television show.
Yeah, you little brat.
Fuck this kid.
Try doing it without hands.
It's called Stumpy.
Make content now.
This was the first episode I watched. The episode began with Booby trying to get ketchup out of a bottle.
Goddamn ketchup fucking bottle.
It actually,
Seriously, like, actually, to tell you the truth, I want to fucking see this now.
yeah, it's a good show.
I've watched
This
weirder
wall's all
shit.
moldy.
Seriously,
Clean the wall.
no. It's funny. In the '90s, I watched weirder shit on like MTV too, with like Wonder shows in.
Oh, yeah, Wonder
and all that shit. Yeah, this sounds par for the course with that shit. Annie Milonakis, all that weird shit on MTV too. Yeah, sounds fine to me.
It actually showed him beating himself against the bottle of ketchup.
So does that mean it would be like a fist hitting the thing?
It's a
or
hand
something?
beating. It's a beating hand.
Okay, so the hand is beating.
Beating hand.
The hand is beating himself
hand is
against. He's beating
beating
himself
for you.
against the bottom
Okay.
of the bottle of
I'm
ketchup.
assuming this isn't like two-handed puppet.
It's beating.
just one hand.
It's beating the ketchup on the bottom.
One hand, Bobbit ketchup.
I'm sorry. Destroying your couch.
Stop breaking the apartment.
Desmond the anarchist.
Okay, so where were we?
Desmond
okay,
the anarchist.
The hand is beating.
But
Wow, that text is so big.
I'm not as young as I used to be, Desmond.
my Reader's
You're not-
Digest version
you're
of
not
Wikipedia.
You're not 5.
I'm not 5 anymore.
What? I got my reading glasses at 7. What do you want?
Finally, another hand came by and looked
There you
at
go.
Booby. Together, they operate. The other hand said, Oh, I see. That's a quote. Together, the other hand said.
The other hand.
Together. That's how the hand talks.
Together.
Together. The other hand said.
Together. cellar.
And it began beating the bottle as well.
Oh, you take that bottle, you fucking... You rat fuck. You give me that ketchup, you bastard.
I've seen this shit on
My
YouTube.
name is Booby.
Like, I've seen this on YouTube.
I'll fucking smack the lightning out of
I've
you.
seen this on Xtube.
On ecstasy.
Until some ketchup finally squirted out all over the table.
Seriously, it's like Pornhub. For puppets.
Squirted all over the table. Give me a towel.
Money shot. Booby then... Booby then stared at the ketchup mess for a few seconds. This hand stared with his hand eyes, I guess.
Yes.
Before turning towards the camera.
Well, there is Braille. He just...
As it slowly zoomed in on him. Bum, bum, bum.
Booby!
Okay, let's go to the next show.
Okay.
Mr. Bear's Cellar, episode 12.
Mr. Bear's Cellar. Welcome to Mr. Bear's Cellar.
Desmond can tell us about this show.
I think that's actually...
It was a club in downtown for a while.
No,
right?
it's a club in Toronto. Yeah.
Mr. Bear's Cellar.
Club in Toronto.
It's next to the manhole.
Welcome to Mr. Bear's Cellar. We all wear suspenders. Do you like suspenders?
I got a tank top.
I have nipple rings. Touch them.
Would you like some barbecue? Very sketchy name if you were to look at it nowadays. Oh, this guy's real up to date. He's with it, you know. The show featured a guy wearing a bear mascot costume who would get a new visitor in his cellar every day.
Come to my cellar. I'm wearing my outfit.
Again, another thing I think I've seen
Are you
on Pornhub.
Are you from Craigslist?
No, seriously, I think I've seen this on either Craigslist or Pornhub.
I'm wearing the outfit. I have 2 holes cut in it. Guess where they are? Not what you would think.
The visitor was always a kid.
Oh no.
I know, this is kind of dark now.
Dateline shit right here.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel bad now.
Shit gets real. The show was filmed with a camcorder, and not a very good one either.
Uh-oh.
This 5-year-old's such a fucking asshole. The police...
Why don't you step up your snuff gear? I can barely see you choke that lady. It's not even cool.
I mean, I know they're all gonna die, but at least like wow them with your equipment.
We know they're gonna die. We want to see
So it's
it.
not an HD, forgive me.
Where's the
Right?
GoPro? I want killer's eye view.
Actually, did they have high def in '99?
No, and they didn't have HPV either, Desmond.
So no wonder that those shows didn't go viral.
They actually didn't have running water either back then. So.
This is Canada.
The police asked me a lot of questions about this show.
What's up with
Wait,
the show?
where are we? What?
What's going on with the show, eh?
Wait, there's police there now.
Did you jump?
No, this is the next sentence.
Mac Daddy
One
didn't make
sentence
you
after
jump.
another.
Mac Daddy made you
I'm just
jump,
going to rewind. The show was filmed with a camcorder, and not a very good one either.
This camcorder sucks.
The police asked me a lot of questions about this show.
What's up with the camcorder?
This episode started with Mr. Bear sitting at a table playing checkers by himself.
You missed that part.
Okay, you know what? You can tell when someone's not right when they're playing checkers
By themselves.
by themselves.
No, she's playing checkers at all. Like,
I didn't recognize it at first, but the table was the same one from Booby.
Booby's table, no. You leave Booby's table.
well, of course. I mean, they reason that shit. The movie's only 5 minutes long.
Booby, get out of here. We got to film. We need the
bringing
dirty
the bear
wall
in.
and the table, the shitty table on the wall.
Like, I want table.
Leave the ketchup.
You leave the ketchup on the table. We have a scene where someone gets shot. When you leave it, we'll use it.
He sat there playing for a bit, with himself, until there was a knock on the door. The camera was then looking up the stairs at the door. There was another knock. Mr. Bear climbed the stairs and
I'm trying to play some checkers by myself.
opened the door to reveal 2 young children.
Hey,
boy, lunch
now
is
we're
here.
getting good.
Here we
He
go.
ordered them from
This was
Russia.
my in food here, my takeout food.
Taken
From Grubhub. These bears are lazy.
There we go. Come in here and eat the porridge like you're supposed to, and I'll hide.
Bears are fucking
One was a boy about my age. The other was a girl who looked about 8.
She was about to be 8.
Mr. Bear danced in delight.
Oh, he was hungry. He does
He
a
did
little,
the bear shuffle, I guess.
a little I'm about to eat this 8-year-old
You know
shuffle.
what? I've been to the end up during one of the bear nights or the DNA, and I've seen them do
The
the bear
deer
shuffle.
dance with delight.
It usually was by the buffet.
And then he started talking to the kids, semicolon. I couldn't hear any of them that well, I remember.
Because the boom was shitty, I guess.
This guy and his production values. And Mr. Bear then led the kids into the cellar, which was quite dark, only lit by a small oil lamp on the table. I can't really remember that much more, except him singing a song, which I couldn't hear too well either.
Gotcha where I want you. Now I'm gonna eat you.
Probably
wait,
because of
number
the
one.
large bear mask.
This kid's 5.
Gonna eat your face.
It's in his room.
I'm gonna eat you in
And
the
does
face.
his dad
I'm gonna chew
allows
on your
him.
face.
Okay, whatever.
He's just watching TV unchaperoned, and he's watching these like shitty
This is why
snuff
there are no
TV.
black Canadians. Okay.
That's why?
They won't let them in.
Wow.
The episode ended with them playing hide and seek, with the kids hiding in a closet and Mr. Bear counting.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Mr. Bear hasn't been in the closet for a long time, has he?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, wait, here's another show.
Oh.
Soup and Spoon.
Oh, no, they go together. It totally worked. Wait, that's a good combination. No,
Where did the police?
No, hear me out there.
come
The
from?
soup
Like,
and a spoon.
The police, they were there. I don't know. I don't think this was even a show. I think it was more of a special movie thing.
It was a documentary.
you literally said something about police.
I think we're going to get back to the police.
Okay,
I think
'cause I'm like,
he's setting the scene.
Did you see
know?
the part where he took the spoon and he put it in the soup? Like, I was riveted.
All
soup
I
is a
know,
metaphor for a butt.
He got the soup to his mouth.
Mouth metaphor for
and
butt.
then he ate it.
Ate
All I
metaphor
know
for fuck.
is I
That's
stopped
part two, he
watching
poops it out.
Caledon Local 21 for a while because I thought this show was too stupid. Especially since Pokemon now came on at 4:30 and 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's right. It's a Pokemon thing, right? Wasn't this all it's
This
about?
is why where it all started, right?
The whole thing started with
He
a
wants to
Jamaican
watch fucking
pornographic
Pokemon.
film.
There's like 20 more pages of this.
It started off with a guy with dreadlocks having sex with other men.
Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
I don't remember much of this, but it showed a can of soup.
I had this dream once. I don't remember much, but there was this can of soup, and where it went, you don't want to know. I couldn't sit
I've seen that video
for a long time.
on Pornhub.
I think it's still in there, actually, and it's probably ready if you want some.
And a
Fully.
spoon, both
like a
attached to
crock pot.
strings,
Minestrone.
swinging back and forth
I am chowder.
as if someone was holding them and dangling them in front of the camera.
Oh,
Waste of soup.
what the?
Interestingly
You
enough.
want this soup, don't you, Canadian boy? Where you're starving to death. You wish you had a spoon.
You and your
wish.
universal health care.
Yeah, you wish you had this spoon.
Eat this
Can't
with
have
your
one
hands.
without the other.
You can't open it. No.
The show was shot in a basement, which looked just like the one used in Mr. Bear's cellar.
So was the last victim shot in the basement.
Those kids.
Like I said, I can't remember much. The only thing I can remember clearly was the end.
What happened?
Is that the it? Is that it?
No.
Oh.
Got your hopes up there.
Son of a.
Is it over? I hope it is. It's not. It's not over.
Yes, these are all double-sided.
The entire
Single space,
saving a
double-sided.
tree.
Thanks, Wiki.
The entire thing was only half an hour, and just include stuff. I just include stuff I found stupid.
I found stupid concluded. It's there.
I swear to God, this
There
sounds
was
like
soup.
an episode of Adult Swim.
It was soup in there. I saw the soup.
That whole thing sounded like an Adult Swim episode.
It was chicken poodle soup.
Seriously, what, 30 minutes?
Why would you eat poodle soup?
Such as a spoon chasing the soup around, trying to eat him.
Oh, this is all mad. Like,
Eat him.
Isabella Rossellini made this movie, right?
But I don't want to sing soup.
The spoon goes into the soup, and they make more soups in spoons.
The ending showed a table, the one from Booby, once
that
again,
same freaking table, man.
and about 7 kids sitting around it. Each
Man, I want to party with this guy.
Oh,
Each of
man.
them-
Soup all day.
soup party.
Party, soup party.
Soup and ketchup with kids? Fuck yeah, the bear suit.
Oh, yeah. Catching up with the soup and the kids,
It's a
yo.
Friday night.
Okay, we got seven
Barracuda.
kids. 7 kids, each with a bowl of soup in front of them.
That's
they
an
were
orgy of
sitting
soup.
and looking at the camera.
Were they
but
eating
with-
each other's soup? Were they feeding each other the soup?
Oh man, it's not that kind of show.
How do they fit 7 people around that crappy little table?
They're kids.
It's against the
They're
wall.
Yeah, it's
There's
rooms
one
for kids.
side missing. I work in restaurants. I know that's not technically possible. You've got like 6 total without the extra side.
Well, think about it though. And if you're framing a shot, you can't block it with the back to the camera. So you really
It's like
only
the
have.
Last Supper thing.
Oh, that's right. But no, actually, at the Last Supper, nobody sat at the other side of the table. That's just true. There's no need to. They all wanted to be next to each other, touch hands.
Is that why? I thought it was because
So
of
what about the people at the end?
the portrait
They're not important.
painter.
They're people at the ends.
They were sitting and looking at the camera, but with confused, almost frightened faces. The cameraman, just like that. Use your imaginations at home, people. The cameraman then held the can of soup in front of the kids and
Look at
said,
this fucking soup.
"Spoons
You
ready?"
fucking fucks you.
And then it just stopped.
And then they lit fire under the spoon and cooked the soup up and injected it.
That'd be awesome, man.
And I woke up and
I'd
my
be like,
pillow
yes,
was gone.
yes.
I'm jonesing on chicken noodle.
That Campbell's high is the shit, man.
Oh, there's so much protein in here.
Give me that Campbell's.
This is Mr. Bear. It was summer, and I hadn't watched Channel 21 for a while. Until one day when I slept over at my friend's house, I decided to check it out again. My friend had gotten a TV in his room for his 6th birthday.
Oh,
Are you
shit.
fucking kidding me?
These people run with a fast crowd.
He had to wait till he was 6
fucking kidding me?
to get a TV in his room, and it's the future.
Canada.
It's the future.
It's
And you don't have a TV in
1999.
your room. Serious.
Damn.
So we stayed up very late. For us, 9:30 was very late. And we watched TV. And when I remembered Channel 21 and brought it up to my friend, that's a sentence, we decided to see if it was on.
It's a
See,
death
people, you
sentence.
should not. See, here's the thing. When you write this stuff, you
It
cannot
is a
have
sentence.
a creative writer, a creative writing major.
No, see, no.
Someone with
Yeah,
a master's in creative writing.
That's
in
exactly what
English
this is about.
Read your stuff. It's just
That's exactly why
he's like
you
editing
do
your
it.
shit as he's reading. It's hilarious.
Oh, you put it out.
Real-time editing.
When you put it on the internet, anyone can. It's happened to me.
Me too, my friend.
I'm like, what are you rhyming over my beat? Who the hell are you? Oh my God, your life sucks worse than mine.
Yeah. That's why I let her read my stuff, y'all, all the time.
I'm available for editing.
Are you really giving yourself a shout out during the
Yeah.
show?
So if you need something edited, just totally.
You know what?
I
It
do
is
accept
really,
money.
It is really hard. It's hard for an editor.
Hard out
Sure
here
is.
for an editor.
It is hard for an editor because you walk down the street and you see all this bullshit on signs, and it's like, well, you don't need a semicolon right there. You don't even know how a semicolon works.
Oh goodness.
Fuck you.
Goodness. Serious. People they don't need to know how to write anymore. They just don't.
No, it's true. It's all emoticon pictures of
Yeah.
farting elephants.
I'm gonna
Which I love, by the way.
And I laughed. That's terrible.
I love it.
I love my farting elephant. This
Did
is
you
the
see
best.
that? Did you see that one
They
thing
express
about
everything I could
someone
possibly express.
Someone actually posted a meme about it. It's like, wouldn't it be awesome if emojis got to the point where it was like hieroglyphics, and that's how we talked?
Hieroglyphics.
That's what's happening. Right?
No. And
That's
they
pretty
actually
much
was
it.
like, that's how people were talking. And like they had this thing about like ancient Egyptians. It was like a picture, but they had superimposed on the hieroglyphics like emojis and shit. And I was just like, oh god, really?
confused face, farting dog. Yay!
Yay!
Wait,
Explosions.
I need the farting dog one. I would use that hourly.
Yeah, the farting dog one is kind of cute, actually.
Probably hourly.
All right, so back to Channel 21.
That's a Spanish station, I thought, wasn't it? Channel 21.
Yeah, I think that's where the dancing
Not in
bee is
Canada.
and stuff.
It was Telemundo, Tu Mundo.
No, obviously, in Canada, it's Adult Swim. So.
They don't have Mexicans in Canada.
They're about to get some. Things keep going the way they're going here. You're about to get a Mexicans.
About to get one.
Mexicans. Me included, because it's nice there.
We decided to see if it was on.
Oh, it's on.
To our surprise, it was.
Oh, it's most definitely on.
Mr. Bear Cellar, episode 23.
Mr. Bear Seller, World Star Hip Hop, all up in this bitch.
World Star Hip Hop.
Mr. Bear Seller.
This episode was entertaining for my friend and I, mainly because it had swearing.
Yay!
You mother
fucking
trucker.
yay.
This must have
You
been public access.
son of a biscuit eating mother. Father.
Mr.
Brother.
Bear Cellar gets blue. He works blue.
Mr. Bear works blue, I'll tell you that.
However, now when I think of the episode, I realize something was definitely wrong when it was filmed.
They forgot to film it in front of that gross wall.
The table's gone.
The episode started with the camera on its side while it was facing Mr. Bear.
So this is what happened after the end of Blair Witch. Mr. Bear comes out.
Eat some.
this?
Oh, you found my cellar.
Soup?
Would you like some soup?
It's time for your soup. You have no choice in the soup.
So Mr. Bear's walking up the stairs to the cellar door. The camera then blacked out for a second
Oh, no.
before fading in, back upright and facing Mr. Bear.
Hi, Mr. Bear.
There's also another kid talking to him, but this kid looked about 11 or 12.
Like 12 kids?
Stepping his game up. I
think so.
Respect.
He was talking to Mr. Bear for a while.
He's ready for the older kids now.
Yep.
I'm an old bear now.
Tired of the young meat.
I'm tired of you young kids.
He's looking for one that can support him.
I need a kid who can support me while I hibernate.
That's right.
I can't work half the year, motherfucker.
I need a cub.
I couldn't hear well, again with the crappy camcorder. Until
this fucking
I
kid.
know, right?
Yo, this kid can
He's
suck.
like, it's been at least a year. He could have stepped up his equipment.
Yo, kid, for real though.
Until the kid started raising his voice.
You about to get smacked, kid.
The kid was saying how it was late, his sister had to go home. You could also hear more voices in the background. I remember Mr. Bear clearly saying, "Get the fuck out, you're not invited." with a deep voice, muffled by the bear mask. So it's actually more like,
I haven't had my tuna today. I'm angry.
I've answered Craigslist asks that were like that, and I'm just like, I knock on the door. Go away, I'm like, whoa.
Come inside. No, go away. Get the fuck in and out.
Come inside and come inside.
Come inside and get the fuck out.
Scary.
I remember my friend and I looked at each other and laughed at the mention of the forbidden F word. Forbidden F word.
He said the fuck word.
But then the episode got weirder.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
The kid began climbing the stairs before turning around and saying how he was going to call the police.
You cursed at me, bear.
Are the Mounties?
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna be brown
the
chicken,
Canadian
brown
ones.
cow.
The bear began breaking into a run towards the kid. Breaking too.
Time to eat.
Who started screaming and running as well. The camera then cut out, and that was the end of the episode.
Oh, it's a cliffhanger.
The channel then turned to static shortly after. See, this is what I think Tim and Eric is like.
I think it's-
I just don't get it.
They're
you know?
actually just watching Channel Z, right?
Is this live?
You can't do that on television, okay?
this is like the auditions for you can't do that on television.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, we want to make sure you're going to make crappy music later, so we're going to slime you, and then Alanis Morissette, never mind.
I don't know.
Hey, I'm covered in water.
Oh, Booby's back. Booby, episode 42, playing with scissors.
Oh, playing with... Oh, Scissors is back. Playing... Well, no, with... Okay.
One rainy afternoon, I was bored, so I decided to watch Channel 21. When I started watching, some show about a guy sitting in an armchair was just finishing.
All in the Family?
I thought this guy only remembered a couple of shows.
I don't like people who aren't like me. I can't do...
I'm in
Carol
an
O'Connor.
armchair.
I'm racist as hell. I'm funny.
You sound more like a... Yeah.
such an asshole. Shut up, Edith.
That was what that day.
Shut up, Edith.
That's pretty good right there.
When I first saw this episode, I thought it was for teenagers because it had blood in it. Like for menstruating teenagers? Is that... Oh, never mind.
One
So,
day I
this
found a
kid's like
flower in my underwear.
Still?
Then it was a garden.
Yeah, I don't know what year it is now. Is it still 1999, but he's like getting older?
I think so.
He's getting older.
All right, so it had blood in it. It was very gross. Okay.
Okay.
The police told me everything. I now know...
In the beginning, there was nothing. Can we skip ahead, please?
I now know...
And then God moved his face along some water, and now your parents are dead.
I now know who the blood belonged to.
Uh-oh.
The episode showed Booby and another hand with a ribbon around it, the pinky finger, Booby's girlfriend.
Oh, no.
Wait, the hand has a girlfriend.
Oh, they get down all the time. You seen that episode? It's freaky. It's like Basket Case 2.
I think a hand is there because you don't have a girlfriend, right?
I don't know.
Booby was holding scissors and hopping around back and forth.
You're
The
not
hand was
supposed to
hopping
do that with scissors. Especially when you were only a hand.
around. That's right. Why do you think you lost the rest of them?
Seriously, that was a bad, bad day. That was a bad fall down the stairs that day with the scissors.
Oh, scissors!
Oh, my body. It's gone.
I lost my body. Booby. Okay, so Booby's holding these scissors and hopping around back and forth, which is not safe. While his girlfriend slowly swung around aimlessly. Another hand shot into the scene.
How many hands are there?
So many hands.
Hans Christian Andersen.
It's like that scene in Repulsion.
Oh, no, don't.
Another hand shot into the scene. This hand was smaller, though, and was jerking around violently.
No, not the small
The
jerking
hand is
hand.
jerking.
Jerking back.
It is someone under the table was forcing the hand. And I later found out that was the case. Scissors are very dangerous, kids, so
You're telling-
hold them safely.
There was something attached to the hand in the first place? Like there was someone controlling the hand is what you're telling me.
I think like a puppet, maybe?
There was a
puppet.
puppet. There was a puppet controlling the hand.
Booby said to the camera. Oh, scissors are very dangerous, kids, so hold them safely, Booby said to the camera. I noticed I could also hear muffled screams.
I just noticed that.
But I wasn't sure where it was coming from because of the bad sound quality. This guy,
maybe I could
such an
save
expert.
somebody's life if you had a better camera. That's all I'm saying.
A better sound mix.
If you had a better sound mix,
Yeah.
someone might still be alive.
Booby's girlfriend grabbed the smaller hand, which was thrashing about, and Booby went at it with scissors. He started with the thumb.
Start with the thumb.
He opened the scissors wide and clasped them onto the thumb. Blood began oozing out, and the muffled screams were now very loud.
How come you don't want to watch your kids shows anymore, darling? No, just mommy has to run some errands.
Well, number one,
You
blood would not just ooze out like that.
You just watch Booby while mommy cooks breakfast, okay?
It would probably squirt out.
Did he hit an artery in the thumb?
Yeah. That's why you can't. Yeah, because you can't. Because you have your thumb has a pulse in it. That's why you can't use your thumb to find your pulse under your neck. You have to use 2 fingers.
It's not an artery. There's no an artery.
It's
in your thumb.
but you can feel a pulse in it. It's not that
That's
it's
true.
an artery, but if you cut your thumb, it gets squirt.
You think it'll be squirting? Okay, so there's like blood squirting.
I'm just trying to add to the
oozing.
story.
Okay,
You know, to this
fair
urban
enough.
legend.
My 5-year-old self was very grossed out, and that's when I decided.
So existential.
I love it. My five.
I was so aware at that point. I knew my 5-year-old self was freaking out, but
now
my
he's just
future
like-
self was like, "That's normal."
Yeah, you yourself was like, that's
That's
cool. Whatever
normal.
happens, Canada.
Yeah.
We're in Canada.
We're
it's all
prepared
cool.
for that.
Eh? Maybe Booby was a show meant for teenagers or grown-ups, because you know all the shows about people cutting their thumbs off.
You watch those grown-up
Really
shows where they
popular.
just like cut each other's thumbs off and
All the time.
Right.
It's Netflix.
It is on Telemundo, I think.
Telemundo.
Then the scissors got to the bone.
Dame tus manos.
A horrible crunching noise was heard. That's when I turned the TV off. I never discussed it with my dad because I feared he would limit my TV time.
That's smart kid. Smart fucking kid right there.
Hey, I saw something really horrible, but don't tell me not to watch it anymore, please.
TV told me not to tell anyone.
He told me to put glass in your food.
Sounds about right.
How is it? Is it tasty? Does it taste like glass?
Yummy.
Yummy
Don't
glass
tell
food.
anyone where I touched you.
I'll touch you again.
I didn't want to watch Channel
Stop touching
21
my glass.
again. I didn't want to watch Channel 21 after that Booby episode. In
That
Au-
sounds like Spanish television.
It really does, actually.
He was actually watching Manos Hands of Fate.
Mira, tetas, mira. Mira.
In August, I grew more curious to see
Bailando.
Mr. Bear's cellar for some reason, though.
That guy's because he's gay.
I'm ready to see your cellar now, Mr. Bear.
We wants that bear.
Take me in that dungeon, put me in that swing, Mr. Bear.
I'd have been intrigued too.
The last episode I saw of Mr. Bear was weird. And he had swearing, which also made me think that the show was meant for teenagers. You know, those teenagers and those
All that
swearing.
swearing.
5 or 6 or whatever.
No one swears more than 6-year-old kids, honestly.
Nonetheless, I flipped into Channel 21 when my dad was busy. Mr. Bear's Cellar, episode 28. Apparently, this episode had been playing the entire month of August.
Wait, what?
I need to get caught up on this month-long episode.
What? See, that's sad.
I'll be binge watching
this
Mr. Bear's Cellar.
This kid can't binge watch it.
They didn't have Netflix in 1999.
Fuck 1999.
It was studied a lot by the police. The entire episode was just Mr. Bear sitting in a chair talking to the audience.
That's why I did it, kids. That's why I became a bear to entertain you. Aren't you
So
happy?
if this is like a public access channel, and this shit went on for a month, and the police didn't stop, what?
I'm
See,
here to entertain
fucking
your
babes.
children, and you won't let me. Here's Mr. Shotgun.
Hello, kids. Do you want to visit my cellar?
Come to my cellar.
See, I don't. Mr. Bear does not sound
My
hot
cellar
anymore.
is waiting for you.
If you do, please write me a letter at this address.
Write it in your own blood.
See, he gave his address out too.
This is my
It is
cellar where I put
Craigslist,
children.
after all.
It's Craigslist.
The screen then switched to a white screen with multicolored letters reading the address. And that was what remained for the rest of the episode.
666 Hell Avenue. Basement.
So again, this guy, if he's fucking with people, he gave his address out.
Come to my basement.
And guess what? I actually did. I
course you
sent
did.
Mr. Bear, or that sick bastard who portrayed him, a letter.
And my underwear.
Does it really say sick bastard?
I mean, I just read the words.
It really
my
says
God,
underwear,
really?
too.
I
He
just
sent
read-
him his underwear.
Actually,
What?
I never learned how to read.
See,
I've
here's
actually
the
been
thing,
making
though.
this shit up.
I would have been intrigued.
I knew it!
I would have. What did you say?
She's making all this up.
I knew it.
It's totally not true.
Because it's like, why would he say that sick bastard? I mean, like,
Because
maybe he's just
5 years
lonely.
old.
Because Mr.
The
Bear
potty
had
mouth.
a cold.
Oh, and he didn't. Also,
And he
didn't have
also
a dad.
never had a father.
Yeah.
So no, we're dealing in technical terms.
Yeah, my immersion
his mom was
is
a bitch.
waning only because how the fuck did this kid get stamps?
You're right. Fuck this story. Stamps.
Jesus.
Because he went to stamps.com. Let's thank our sponsor.
Is there any stamps.com yet?
There probably is.
There is. They sponsor
Well,
podcasts.
I know there's stamps.com, but I mean, in the future, in 1999.
Oh, no, there's just stamps.
you know, when
Stamps.net.
Stamps.fire.
Fire at AOL.
AOL, that's where I was.
You have stamps.
Stamps at AOL.
I did it out of curiosity mostly.
I did it all the time. I did it because I was curious.
My dad was okay with it.
He liked to watch me do it. I don't know why.
The legit kids show. And then again, he never saw any of what was on Channel 21. So I wrote a letter using my best writing possible. I think I just said how I wanted to meet Mr. Bear.
Ooh, how I want to meet Mr. Bear. I want to meet you so bad.
And if Booby also lived in the cellar.
I want to meet you too, Booby. Oh, God.
They all live down in the cellar.
Oh, next to the green wall, we'll have a party.
So my dad sent the letter to the address, Mr. Bear said on the show. It stayed on all day, anywhere for some reason. Okay, man. Now he's lost me. The grammar was just. Yeah.
No, that happens to me a lot.
Yeah, I know. I've heard you.
Where I
hit
just
those
back
points.
things up, and I just
Kind of throws you.
well, I just don't want him to think that's because I'm impaired.
Other things are because I'm impaired.
Exactly.
I just stumbled through it.
But
It's like,
not
whatever.
that. Not that.
It took about a week to get a response, which I was surprised I did. I still have the letter I received August 15th, 1999. I guess it still is 1999. The letter read,
Dear Elliot,
Oh, that voice. That voice.
Dear stupid kid.
I'm gonna have sex. I'm gonna have sex with your face.
I'm going to plow you when you get to my basement. Oh, there's a hole in the front.
Bring your dad too.
I know him already.
thank you ever so much for your letter.
Tickled my butthole, kid.
I would love to have you in my cellar, if you know what I mean.
I'd like to have you in my fruit cellar.
We play games, watch movies, and go fire camping.
It's fire camping.
It's when you
Fire
finger someone's
camping.
Fire
butthole.
camping.
Fire camping is Canadian.
Fire camping, Canadian style.
In the
It's
middle
when
of the
you
woods.
light yourself on fire and they have to pee on you to put it out.
Sounds legit. I'll buy it.
Yeah.
House on fire, house on
Fire
fire.
showers.
Flamethrowers.
And yes, Booby does live in my cellar. He's a good friend of mine. Come to my house at
The police cut out this part of the address.
Caledon, Ontario, California. I look very much forward to having fun with you.
You know what
Love,
you should
Mr.
have did?
Bear.
You should have put like brackets and said redacted.
That's right.
That'd been fucking awesome. Redacted.
Redacted.
I'd have been like, yeah, some Canadian CIA on this bitch.
The Mounties, they're not that smart.
They have the A files.
Yeah, it just says over.
You
There's
believe?
aliens,
I wanna
we would
believe,
accept them. We would give them healthcare,
I would totally believe me.
I cannot believe my dad never found this sketchy because he actually took me to the house.
Your dad is a champ, kid.
And then he went around back and put on a bear outfit.
Her dad wanted to get you out of the house so we could have gay sex.
Yeah, fine. Go ahead. Have sex with the bear guy. I got stuff. I want to go bowling. You go ahead. Have fun.
And then
Use
that's
protection. Bring a gun for protection.
That's when the police became involved. Those endless questions,
All
those
the sex.
pictures of terrified kids, the woods,
The sex with the cops. All the cop sex.
Now we have a change of location.
They're actually bears in cop costumes.
That's what's real.
That's awesome.
It's getting
I've
deep.
seen those. But I'm seriously, are they going to have a change of location, you think?
No.
I don't-
Because if I'm going to make this, like if
don't
we want to
know.
make this into a Netflix show,
Okay.
I mean, we already have two. What we have? What?
be
How many
executive
locations do we have so
producer.
far? We have the house.
We have the basement.
We have the basement. We have the
green
kids'
room.
room.
We need a table. Don't forget
Table.
the table. That's good to put that in the
We have
budget.
we have the friends' room.
We just need to find a crappy table.
That's really,
and a
all we need is
bottle of
one
ketchup.
house then, I guess. Because if we get a house that has a, never mind. We can do this later.
We'll just
Yeah.
shoot it at Indra's.
Okay.
That brings me to why I'm writing this blog. Are we reading a blog?
Thank fucking Christ, where's the reason?
Forgot.
That psycho and his friend did some fucked up shit back then.
Are you serious?
And now it seems he's trying to get into contact with me again.
Ooh.
The entire police thing is coming back.
Round 2.
That has brought 1999 back to me. Over a decade later, it's happening again.
So it's
Ugh.
even farther in the future. It's 2009
So
now.
Elliot escaped. Elliot got away. Is that it?
Elliot.
Wow. And that's where it ends, right?
That's where I'm ending it.
Like I'm done.
Well, we can end it there if you want to.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
So we can totally end it there.
I don't know what's
could be
going
done.
on.
It could be done with there.
It's just silly. That was a weird one. Because
Again,
it's just like this,
it's about-
all this leading up to it.
It's
and
about the
then-
process.
I get it. No, trust me, I get
Is
it.
that what the story's about? I thought it was about man's inhumanity to bear.
No, that's
Or
what
ketchup?
Ketchup is not a vegetable.
That's what Tusk is about.
I could see it. All I know is just all that lead up, and then so it doesn't take place in 1999. It takes place
In
10 years later.
2009.
If you're interested, there's only 21 pages left.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
All right. No, that's
That's a wrap.
Okay,
Catch us on Channel 21.
you've totally been thoroughly entertained. We entertained the living hell out of you, and now
That's why I can go to Canada.
it's time for you to send us lots of money.
I'm Mr. Bear.
Brought to you by Stamps.com.
The Creepy Podcast, Episode 5, Story 3, The Basement, Synths Noodled by DJ 4A.
This creepy little pasta is called The Basement. Don't go into the basement. I'm assuming that's supposed to be an ominous place, right? It's never like the sunroom. Oh, I got so sunburned that day. No. But the basement gets a bad rap. But in all fairness, I guess not many nice things happen in a basement. It's always like, I'm gonna do this nefarious deed to this innocent person. Where should I do it? This place has a basement. Lucky me and unlucky you. Let the tickling begin. I was home alone for the week, as my family had gone on vacation while I had to stay and work. It was around 2 a.m., and I'd stayed up to watch a scary movie in the dark in my basement. Why would you do that? It's your house. It's not like you have the basement room. You just decided to go watch a movie in your basement. Nobody does that. Why would you make yourself uncomfortable when you have a home? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay. But that's what it says. Okay. I think there's some reasoning attempting to happen here. Let's see what it says. Okay. I was home alone for the week as my family had gone on vacation while I had to stay and work. It was around 2 a.m., and I'd stayed up to watch a scary movie in the dark in my basement.
In my basement, I watch movies in my basement. Do you want to come watch movies in my basement?
I was intent on really scaring myself and seeing how far into terror I could really go while still knowing I was safe in my own home. See, it's very Lovecraftian already. It was then that I heard pounding. Oh, the neighbors again. It was then that I heard pounding footsteps on the first floor. This was a common and annoying occurrence when my family was home. Every time they passed through the front hallway, past the basement door, I heard their footsteps. This time, fear immediately shot through me at the sound. My reflex was to turn the television off immediately. The basement door was up a flight of steps and around a corner, so whomever it was would not have seen any light. I heard the basement door handle click and turn as I sat in absolute darkness. I moved slowly so as to be absolutely silent, and crawled behind our large television. As I passed it inch by inch, I noticed with panic that it's blank, black. As I passed it inch by inch, I noted with panic that its black screen still dimly glowed. I heard footsteps coming down the carpeted but creaky stairs. I froze in my hiding place, listening. For many long minutes, I heard nothing. Had the intruder seen the television's afterglow, or had it faded in time? Was it standing in the pitch dark listening for me? I seemed to lie there in total silence for an interminably long time. My panic began to fade, and I began to think more clearly now. Had I really heard an intruder? Could someone possibly be standing there in silence? In silence for so long without making any noise? Is there someone in here? Had I really heard an intruder? Could someone possibly be standing there in silence for so long without making any noise? The basement was so exceedingly quiet that the silence itself began to hurt my ears. Could the unknown person really avoid any noise from shuffling or breathing or anything else? If there was an intruder, it was still in the basement, because the creaky stairs were incredibly loud. The door handle clicked, and it wouldn't know to mask its footsteps on the first floor so that they couldn't be heard from down here in my basement, where I'm attempting to scare myself because I'm stupid. I began counting 1, 2 in my head, trying to pass the time as drool fell from my mouth onto the carpet. See, that really explains a lot. Right there. Right there. I didn't dare risk the sound of swallowing. I reached 60 seconds once, twice, 30 times, 60 times. By now, big money. 70. By now, my fear had faded and I was more confused than anything. I estimated I'd been crouched in the absolute black for almost 2 hours waiting for this plane to take off. For real. Seriously. They better give us lots of extra stacks of nuts. And had still heard nothing. If there was an intruder, none of this made sense. Finally, I decided I'd have to make a move. If I did nothing, eventually the sun would come up, and shine in through the small basement windows, and, worse, I began to smell something horrible and cloying. Okay, I don't know what cloying means, but I'm not going to stop and look it up right now. Ever so slowly, I began inching my way towards the stairs by way of the walls. If someone was standing there in the dark, I should be able to go around them and then make a break up the stairs. Meanwhile, the horrible odor grew stronger. Odor's growing stronger. Had something died down there last night? I mean, seriously, it smells like something died. Really. And don't spray that stuff. And now it smells like corpses and roses. It smells like fish in here. It's just disgusting. No living person would smell like that. Terrible images of some sort of corpse monster listening for me in the dark erupted in my thoughts. And I moved as fast as I could without making a sound. I'm gonna get away from the po-po. Just as I finally approached the stairs, there was an enormous clatter, as of something falling or collapsing on the floor. It was at that moment I leapt forward and crashed up the stairs, running out through the open basement door and my wide open front door. Now certain that someone was in the house, I called the police from my cell phone and watched my house from afar. The police came, checked inside the house, and then grimly came back out to question me. They'd found a body in the house, my elderly neighbor, who seemed to have died of a heart attack. Their belief was that I must have left the front door unlocked, and he must have wandered into my house while dying, looking for help. At first, I felt horrible, thinking that I had sat there in the dark while the old man literally died a few feet away. Then it occurred to me, what the hell was the loud noise of things falling? That last prompted me to bolt up the stairs and out of the house. I asked the police and they confirmed. The back door of my house had been left open as well, near a single bare footprint in the mud. Somehow, for some reason I'll never know, there was someone else in that basement with us, silent, waiting, and listening in the dark over the fresh corpse of an old man. Oh, rad, dude. Fresh corpse, dude. I'm just gonna linger over this for a minute, bro. Just like, come on, man. You know it's my thing, you know. Fresh corpse. No? This pasta is credited to M59GAR. M59GAR. Categories: Reddit pastas, beings, places, pages written by Matt Dymersky /Gar.
The creepy podcast is over. Have fun sleeping. With your cousin.